Abu Dhabi 2024 race notes, Sabrina's race notes. This was a great end to an emotional season. I'm so glad we had the Constructors Championship in play so that this race felt pressure and excitement. Here are my thoughts. Number 1, who would have thought McLaren could have done this at the beginning of the year? They really turned that car around. Congratulations to the team. Number 2, next year, can it be Lando's year? I think he has indeed learned a lot. I'm impressed that he was able to lead the race from start to finish. He and the team kept their heads cool. He had to hold off the Ferrari pressure, and he brought home the race win and the title championship. As the commentator said, good building blocks for next year. Number 3, bummed for Charles and Carlos that somehow Ferrari couldn't have pulled it off somehow. It just wasn't possible with everything stacked against them this weekend. They threw everything at it. I can't see where in race they did anything wrong or could have done more. They were up against McLaren's pace and the penalties they incurred this weekend, and even the incremental losses over the season that gave McLaren those 13 points. Number 4, Carlos is true class. To the very last lap, he had a good attitude and gave it his all to Ferrari. Number 5, I really didn't understand why Verstappen took the tactics he did in turn 1. Oscar did a great recovery, all things considered. Number 6, the recent discussion about stewards' decisions and tightening penalties. Be careful what you wish for, is all I can think of as I watch the race. Number 7, Russell really is a good driver, strategically and tactically. With him no longer in Lewis's shadow, I can see him stepping out into the role of lead driver. Number 8, both Charles and Lewis coolly and calculatingly made their way through the crowded field. I think it could be a prelude to next year. If both of them can work together, we'll all be marveling at Ferrari, really Vasseur and Elkan's genius. Charles has grown by having Carlos beside him. If he can continue that growth beside Lewis, they could be an unstoppable team, and the switch could reignite the fire in Lewis that seems to have diminished with all his frustrations. I agree with Toto, it was a drive of a champion. Number 9, Pierre, Nico, and Fernando. So impressed by their push to drive clean and good. Each brought valuable points to their teams. Number 10, I'm looking forward to next season. Only a few weeks before we start all over again. The teams are ending the season strong and tough. Next season should be one to remember. Dick's race notes. Thanks, Sabrina. Here's my race notes. Number 1, if indeed this is Checo's last race for Red Bull or in F1 entirely, what a hideous end to a fine career. I hurt for the man, as I don't believe that Checo, like Daniel Ricciardo, has forgotten how to drive, but it is amazing to me how easy it is to have your head destroyed. It makes guys like Fernando, Lewis, and really Hülkenberg really seem to be the mentally tough ones. Number 2, speaking of Nico Hülkenberg, he was so competitive over the last half of the season. You have to wonder what he must be thinking as he moves to Audi and starts to learn that team, which is for sure rebuilding. They did look better the last couple of races, but still, they have such a steep climb to make. You have to believe that they are building for 2026. Number 3, I hate to see young Colapinto's race end the way that it did. There is no telling when we might see him in an F1 car again, although he certainly belongs there. He started off so well, but a series of big crashes did blot his copybook, but his potential is there for all to see. Number 4, next year should be fascinating as the grid is tightening up as the teams continue to develop their cars. RB is a bit of on the back foot. Will they find some more speed? Will Ferrari and Mercedes close the gap some more? Will Adrian Newey's presence be felt at Aston Martin at some point in 2025, or will it not be in evidence until 2026? Lots of very interesting possibilities for next year. And number 5, our friend of the podcast, Jack Crawford, was knocked out of the final F2 race of the year on lap 4 of the F2 final this weekend. Definitely a disappointing finish to an otherwise stellar year.